Belachara offers seniors beautiful apartment living. It's a special, secure place to belong, providing choice, freedom and professional care. Each spacious apartment comes with an ensuite, veranda, security and on-call nurses. Entertain your guests in the elegantly appointed shared spaces. Our vibrant activities program will keep your mind and body active. Belachara welcomes new residents. Call us today on 5202 5300 for a personal tour.
Welcome back to our regular Friday night of News Geelong. The Torquay Sands Golf Club is another fine example of great golf courses and links in and around Geelong and the Surf Coast area. This week it was time for the Hanbury Classic, organised by the owners of the Sands, Helen and Paddy Hanbury, raising funds this year for the Trevor Barker Foundation and Challenge through the Give Where You Live organisation. Ian Nichols was on hand to pick up every stroke he could. Nico, for...
We're on the foreshore, the Esplanade at Torquay, and this is Trevor Barker House, a property purchased in 1997 by the Trevor Barker Foundation. It's a wonderful haven for those who've suffered, families and children who've suffered from cancer. And it's all organised by Challenge, who've taken responsibility for looking after these people. And today there's a very special tournament at the Sands right here in Torquay. The Hanbury family have opened up the course to raise funds for this children's charity. And we're speaking with the owner of the course, Paddy Hanbury.
This is our 5th year, Ian. We've been going, whatever that goes back to, but 5th year.
And today's turnout and roll-up?
Oh, it's really good. Got great support. It's great local support, and from Geelong, our idea is to be local and try and make it a local charity that we support. As you know, it's the Challenge Group and the Trevor Barker with their house down here. But the locals really, it's a great support they give us.
Well, it is a very worthwhile charity. We know it helps people who've suffered from cancer, and it's part of the scenario here at the Trevor Barker Foundation and the house, and no doubt they'll benefit from today's event.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope it helps them run it for another few years, and no doubt there'll be other charitable other charity days that'll go towards. But having known Jared Lyle for a little while and hearing Jared's story of coming down here, staying in the house, loving Torquay so much, he actually moved down here and lives down here now, and having, I think, nearly every family's touched by cancer somewhere along the way, and we probably all know what it means and what you go through. So it is a very worthy cause. It's a lovely thing for people to be able to do, to come and have a retreat in a house like they've got down here at Torquay.
We want to talk about the Trevor Barker Foundation and the home that was purchased back in 1997, I believe, and it is, you mentioned in your speech, not only to save lives, but it saved marriages and been an absolute godsend.
Look, it's great. It's a holiday house, but when you're going through treatment, the kids obviously are in hospital on a regular basis, and maybe the siblings are at home or wherever it is. So being able to get away as a family is really important, and so the house has been fantastic. And Trevor was such an inspirational character that it was just when he died, all his mates got together and we organised the house.
It was sort of a natural flow on, wasn't it, to a perpetual memory of Trevor Barker as well?
It was, we're talking about people like Eddie Maguire and, the Michael Roberts of the world and the Dippers. They all got together and decided that the foundation needed to be created, and then, so we created it, and then the first thing we did was to buy a house, which was great.
Dipper, do you play in these tournaments very often? I'm sure you do.
Well, I started playing golf when I was just a wee lad. No, when I finished playing footy, and I have an opportunity of playing corporate days, and I absolutely love it. Get me some right people, and also raise some awareness and some funds.
Yeah, well, today is a very special one for Kids for Cancer, sort of is the basis of it all, and this is very heartwarming to see people like yourself giving your support.
All we're doing is losing balls, and if we can raise some funds that way. Well, Trevor Barker Foundation, which I've been involved with for a little while, of course, named after the great player Trevor Barker, does a great work for the research of cancer. And look, we're all touched by cancer one way or another. If I can get out and lose a dozen balls, I'm happy to do that.
Well, I'm sure you give your time and effort to a lot of charities. This is just one of them.
Well, yeah, I've got my own charities as well. But the thing is about the sporting world and celebrity world, I suppose, is that we'll help each other. Now, one day I'll need some help. I'll ring these guys and they come and help me, and vice versa. Because we all want to make sure that we have an opportunity to raise awareness for wherever the charity is. Because, we're a lucky country, and we want to make sure that our kids get looked after.
At Trevor Barker House on the Esplanade here at Torquay, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian Nichols, our resident pro at the Sands. Dunes, that is, not the golf course. The federal government launched a Job Skills Expo held at the Geelong Leisure Time Centre in the northern suburbs of Geelong this week with great success. Meryl Friend has more.
We're here at the Geelong Leisure Time Centre for the Australian Government's Jobs and Skills Expo, a whole day of connecting people who are seeking work and employees and training.
Oh, these are great success stories. There's been 71 of these across the country now. And in Geelong today, we're seeing the sort of thing that happens all over the country. About, 1,100 people come through in the first hour. There's 70 employers here, over 500 jobs on offer. So this is an opportunity for people to come down and talk to employers about real jobs, paying real wages and real opportunities.
My number one commitment is about jobs and job security and providing opportunities for people, and today is a really practical way the Commonwealth can help.
And there are a lot of people coming through the doors. Obviously, this has been a successful event in the past.
Well, we held one of these about 3 years ago now, and there was more than 600 jobs created through that particular employment expo. Today, we've got more than 400 jobs on offer, and I'm encouraging people to come down and to take a job, which would be great for our economy and great for their family.
These events encourage people who might otherwise find it difficult to know where to go for job, looking for jobs. It's a friendly day. It's a day where people can look at a range of opportunities. Employers can have a chance also to meet a range of people, and I think it's just a positive step forward for our economy. For me, it's all about building our jobs in Geelong, building our economy, and these events are really important, positive things for that.
All of us, yourself and myself included, we don't get a chance really to talk to a lot of people face to face. There's so much, it's online or emails, and this is a bit refreshing, you could say. This is a chance to have that face to face interaction. People are going to bring their resumes, and maybe the resume isn't the best, but at least you've seen the face, you've had a chat, and maybe this time the resume maybe won't go in the bin or whatever. And people think, oh well, I spoke to that bloke or that lady, and gee, I reckon I will offer them a job.
And another wonderful stall I see in there is people who are in the business of helping people write appropriate resumes as well. How important is that?
Well, that's very important because, look, that really cuts to the essence of what the expos are about, because we're trying to build people's confidence. So, we're hoping that people, no matter what the motivation is to come, and they might have been a bit reluctant, they might have been out of work for a while, perhaps down the dumps, hopefully they're going to walk out of this place with a smile on their face, feeling more confident, getting that help about, well, how can I really, put on paper, my skills, and exhibitors like that can give them a hand, and and at the end of the day, they've done their job searching, and they're also going to grab a free sausage when they come out as well.
Now, you've been involved with the Expo for quite some time. How have you seen it evolve?
Well, I think one of the pleasing things is that I guess more and more people know about the program, so that I guess it's a bit easier perhaps to convince a lot of the exhibitors to come, the old what's in it for me. And let's face it, exhibitors are busy, they've got to give their time at least for the day, and that's a big contribution. But I think more and more people know, well, gee, I'm actually going to get value out of this. I'm going to connect with motivated people. You saw the queue at the start. I'm going to connect with a lot of motivated people in one day, and that's a great business opportunity for me.
And we're joined with Bernadette Innes from Proven Resume Results. Can you just give us a brief outline of what is the importance of having a really well put together resume?
The critical point of that would be these key words. It all relates to key words that prospective employers will be looking for. It's got to be professional and extremely well presented, so you get chosen first time, every time.
All right, thanks for that advice, and it's Meryl Friend for News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. News Geelong coming your way on this Friday evening as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.